Hello, so this is 15th week news and update. So overall, physically, mentally, I'm feeling pretty good. There's just slight symptoms like kind of stuffy nose and stuff, which is apparently quite normal and due to the hormones kind of losing everything up. So the membranes getting a little bit more puffy, and also the body is releasing everything it can, preventing any kind of infection. So that's great, especially in the middle of summer. But apart from that, it's been alright. I was a little worried about my weight not coming up. I know, how weird. It's usually the other way around. But when you read the books and everything, the midwife tells you you should gain half a kilo every week until about the 8th month. And obviously initially I lost quite a bit, and so far I've only gained a kilo from where I was when I became pregnant. So I was getting a little worried, like, is this normal, is it not? But I've consulted some women in a group that I've joined on Facebook, and I got a lot of responses straight away that were quite helpful, just basically their experiences. And there were plenty of women who gained very little weight actually during the pregnancy, and everything was fine, and the babies were healthy, and there was nothing to worry about. So again, I feel very reassured. The baby was the right size during the scan. I'm getting a checkup next week, and I can feel my uterus growing, so I can feel that it's probably up to my belly button where it's meant to be at this stage. So that's all good, and I'm starting to feel the baby as well, which is really early, I think, but it's still amazing. It's finally feeling like, okay, it's happening. It's a little bit strange feeling, like my flatmate described it as kind of having something in your pocket. It's just kind of strange feeling that there's something inside. But the baby itself, like, it's so light, like the touch is literally tiny. It's like a feather or a little insect, like it's really, really light. But yeah, it's not constant either. It's just occasionally, especially like if I wake up lying on my stomach or something, that's where it becomes more pronounced. So yeah, it's quite cute. Makes it a bit more real. I think at this stage it's kind of like, in between. The bump's not really growing yet. It's not really visible. And I'm having more energy and I feel good. I don't have many symptoms. I think the homeopathics I'm taking, I'm managing that quite well. So even in this heat, I didn't get particularly swollen feet or anything. So I'm doing all right. So in this respect, it's nice to start feeling the baby. So actually, it's kind of reassuring that I am actually pregnant. And I think it's slowly starting to really sink in. This is my reality now. So yeah, it's quite exciting. I think the only thing that's kind of weird is that I'm not used to. You're kind of not in control of your body. It kind of feels like being taken over by an alien. I'm just become a host for this little being within me, and everything is kind of focusing on it. Everything in my body seems to be focusing on the baby, and so all my kind of bodily functions and everything kind of works around the baby as well, and that's even things that you kind of wouldn't expect, I suppose. I don't know, like I think the one that really surprised me and find a little bit difficult, because consider I'm single, I find it really hard to be physically close to a male, that is not father of the child. So I mean, I'm even talking dancing, hugging. The only men that I allow to touch my body are my therapists, like acupuncturists and stuff. But apart from that, I just can't. It's really weird. It's like, I don't know if you've seen Friends when Rachel and Joey were trying to get together and Rachel kept slapping him and she couldn't help it. That's how I feel if a man gets too close. In completely non-sexual way, like, just touching like his shoulder to my shoulder, or just being too close physically. I just feel like, hey, get away from me, which is a bummer in some ways because my sex drive is up. The father of the child is not in the country for at least another few months, so I basically can't get mine, so to speak, because I just can't get anyone to get anywhere near me. So that's slightly frustrating, and I feel that's what I mean when I'm saying, like, I don't feel like I'm in charge of my body. Like, it's, even if and I had met someone actually, and I just had to say sorry, but can we resume once the baby's born? Because it's like, I don't even want to be in the company. It's just, it feels like any kind of intimacy feels weird. So that's interesting and unexpected. Apart from that, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm enjoying this. I'm still working on resolving all those issues around accommodation and work and stuff, applying for jobs. I've had some response, so hopefully that will get resolved soon as well. So yeah, all is well, feeling good. And I will catch up with you next week again. Take care.